Calaroga Shark Media.
From Gotham City, which isn't even a real place, but don't tell Trump that, this is Ballot.
That's right. And Catwoman better watch out for horny Haitians. Hey, that's a pretty good joke. The AI didn't help with that one. That was all me. Okay, let's hit this. It looks like the Al Smith dinner is turning into a real comedy extravaganza. Donald Trump and Jim Gaffigan are set to co-headline this shindig after Kamala Harris decided she had better things to do than trade barbs with the former president. I guess she didn't want to risk getting ketchup on her white tie ensemble. Gaffigan, ever the optimist, is still holding out hope that Harris might change her mind. He's even offered to let her crash at his place with his 5 kids. Because nothing says restful campaign stop like sharing a bunk bed with a toddler and waking up to spilled Cheerios on your pantsuit. Meanwhile, Trump's over on Truth Social, bragging about his highly successful appearance in 2016. You know, the one where he accused Hillary Clinton of hating Catholics. Trump's now accusing Harris of persecuting Catholics. Apparently, hosting a transgender event on Easter Sunday is the modern-day equivalent of feeding Christians to the lions. Who knew? At a recent speech, Trump asked the crowd, "What the hell do you have to lose?" Stephen Colbert said, "I've compiled a list. Democracy, reproductive rights, sanity, the environment, the Department of Education, the ability to look your grandchildren in the eye, the ability to wear a red hat ever again, support for our allies, and the Strategic McNugget Reserve." Seth Meyers commented on Trump's recent visit to Long Island. As we all know, every presidential election comes down to Long Island. We all remember the nail-biting final days of the 2020 election when everyone waited with bated breath to see which candidate would win the crucial demographic of uncles who smoke Marlboro Lights and won't stop talking about the Jets' '98 season. Let me tell you something, kid. I'll vote for anybody who gives the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Vinny Testaverde. Ronnie Cheng added, "Now I know what you're thinking. Is New York a swing state? No, it's not. But Trump just wanted to go someplace where people wear more bronzer than him." Colbert tagged on, "Oh, people love you in New York, sir. In fact, just this summer, Trump won a unanimous vote from 12 of his peers." It looks like we've got a new comedy star on the rise, and his name is Samuel Wiles. Or is it J.D. Vance? At this point, who can tell? Wiles has been doing such a spot-on impression of our favorite hillbilly elegy author turned GOP VP hopeful. Even Swiss cheese in Philly is getting confused. Apparently, Wiles stumbled into this gig by accident. You know, just like how Vance accidentally stumbled into being a conservative mouthpiece. The resemblance is so uncanny, they could probably swap places at a Trump rally, and no one would notice. Well, except maybe the dog-eating Haitians. Speaking of which, Wiles has been having a field day with Vance's, let's say, unique campaign moments. From flannel fashion faux pas at the border to conspiracy theories that make QAnon look sane, he's covering it all. It's like watching a train wreck, if the train was powered by dark magic and wearing a sinister top hat. I read Hillbilly Elegy when it came out. I remember liking it while I was reading it, said Wiles, then putting it down and going, "Oh, what an a-hole." Then when he became an outright conservative media figure, that seemed really logical. "It will never not be funny to me that he's a huge fraud and no one likes him. He doesn't even get the benefit of the weird lying," said Wiles. "His life would be so much easier if he could be honest, but there are so many layers he can't have an honest moment now." But here's the kicker, folks. Wiles says he hopes Vance doesn't respond to his impression because, and I quote, "I don't know if JD has the ability anymore to ingest why my impression of him is funny at this point." Ouch! That's colder than a Philly cheesesteak made with Swiss. And let's not forget the secret ingredient to nailing that Vance look. Wet n Wild mascara from Walgreens. My fiancé works in beauty and did my eyeliner for the first round of videos. And we kind of both realized it needed to look worse, he said. "So now I just get the $3 Wet n Wild from Walgreens and mash it into my eyes on my own." He added, "Shout out to Walgreens." Which kind of sounds like the type of random thing Trump posts on Truth Social at 3 a.m. Shout out to Walgreens. Barron Trump, Donald Trump's youngest son, and now a freshman at New York University, has unexpectedly found himself at the center of a TikTok frenzy. His classmates have turned into covert documentarians, posting grainy, stealthily filmed videos of him strolling around campus, often set to music like Chameleonaire's Ride-In. According to Wired, these clips have a certain Bigfoot-like vibe, with shaky camera work and distant angles that have racked up hundreds of thousands of views. Despite the viral attention, the content isn't exactly revealing. None of the videos offer much insight into Barron's personality, academic pursuits, or even the curious rumor that he's majoring in aquatic biology. Still, his presence at NYU, a famously liberal institution, has sparked intrigue among students like Grace Rowley. She told Wired, "I feel like Barron could have gone to any school, but the fact that he chose one of the most liberal schools in the country speaks volumes." She added that she's fascinated by his decision and would love to read his Why NYU essay. So far, Barron's been elusive in more ways than one. But his TikTok popularity continues to grow as NYU students try to capture a glimpse of the former first son in action. Man, some things never change. Back in 1966, the Penguin ran for mayor of Gotham City, his opponent, Batman. And here's what the Penguin had to say.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Station KGOM is very happy and proud to bring you a debate between the candidates who are running for mayor of Gotham City. I believe the Penguin will lead off the debate.
Friends and fellow citizens, I want to give you my solemn word that there will be no mudslinging in this campaign, unless, of course, my opponent slings it. But I intend to stick to the issues. Now, what are the issues? There is only one. Batman. Who is he? Who is this acrobatic clown who somersaults around Gotham City in a ridiculous costume? I suggest that behind that mask, Batman is, in reality, a dangerous criminal. Why else does he wear a mask? Why else does he conceal his past? Will you think about that a moment, my friends? Whenever you've seen Batman, who's he with? Criminals. That's who. You look in the old newspapers. Every picture of Batman shows him with thugs and with thieves and hobnobbing with crooks. Whereas my pictures show me always surrounded by whom? By the police. Now, which man do you want to run Gotham City? A man like myself who is always in the company of the law? Or a man like Batman who rubs elbows with the worst elements of this city and who is undoubtedly a desperate criminal himself? Think about it without rancor. And remember this, no mudslinging in this campaign.
You know, he's got a point. Batman is always around criminals. What's with that? Shout out to Walgreens.